Hi guys, this is Katie Benschoten, the president and founder of Certum Solutions here in North Carolina. And historically, you've seen me working with a lot of accounting technology. Going back, gasp, like 6 years, I think maybe longer than that, 10 years. I've actually worked in the field for about 20 years. Gosh, it's scary to say out loud. But that being said, today I'm here to talk to you about one of the software applications from our comparison sheet, which has been very popular, and thank you for those that have requested one. We are going to talk about Odoo ERP. And the awesome thing about Odoo, while I still love QuickBooks, I also love Xero, and I also love Zoho, all for different reasons, and all I hope to talk about eventually on these videos going into the future, is the fact that it's extremely scalable. So Xero is fantastic. I love Xero. If you're a freelancer or a very small business, it's fantastic. It's been my experience, people tend to grow out of that, and they tend to need to go to something like QuickBooks or Zoho or Odoo. The cool thing about Odoo, and I should say also Zoho, is they also are ERPs. QuickBooks can be like an ERP when you get different applications together. However, QuickBooks Online is not an ERP, and it's got a while to go before it really would be one. Don't yell at me. Anyway, still love QuickBooks, still amazing. We are great friends with the people over at Sin7 and Katana and a lot of these third-party add-ons, and a lot of times you can put together your best fit for your business situation with that software. But today we're here to talk about Odoo. What do I love about Odoo? Odoo is open source, which means you can carry your data from one place to the next. It's an ERP. There's people with 400, 500 employees working off of this software. It's not, and when I say ERP, people tend to go, oh, well, it's a big accounting application. No, ERP is a resource planning software, kind of similar to like an MRP, which is like a manufacturing resource planning software. In that you have a CRM, you have time, you have attendance applications, you have website, you have a ton of things that you don't natively have in what you would call an accounting application. And yes, you have accounting. Odoo can do multi-tenant, so it does those, it does the intercompany stuff. So if you need like a consolidated at the top, like a big holding company or something, and you want all of your organizations underneath that, you can also do that. If it's just for one company, whether you're 5 users or 100, it's really scalable. And those are all reasons we love Odoo. But let me tell you my number one, because we switched to them this year. When I went from working on our legacy system along with several other packages, you know me, I went through very methodically, did my homework, and we made a move. It's taken us about 3 months now to get to where we're using Odoo full time, but in that time we've rolled over module by module, and I did my cost benefit analysis to see, is this worth it for my business? And guess what? We're saving 60% of our software costs just by moving to Odoo, and that's on the SH edition. Will that be the same for everyone? No. Okay, I'm not going to say it will be. I will say that if you use a consultant such as Certum, we do that kind of work for you to try to see if it's worth your while, or along with you, I should say. For us, it was 100% worth it. And the funny thing is that Odoo, you can also, and there's two camps, right? There's like the Odooers, which is me. There's also the Odooers that make fun of the Odooers, and the Odooers make fun of the Odooers, and it all comes down to language, because it's also a very global software. Anyway, moving on. Where was I? Squirrel. Okay, let's move on. Odoo is super scalable. It's great for many industries. It has a lot of features like a point of sale built in. Is it for everybody? Maybe not. It requires a little bit more customization than other platforms. But that being said, you can use code like Python and their Studio application to create customizations in the software. One thing you need to remember, though, is if you upgrade from like on the hosted edition, it's kind of like a local edition. You can host it on SH. They also have an online version. when you move between versions, you lose that code and you kind of have to redo it, and you need a developer or someone like us to help you with that. Whereas with their online edition, they don't allow for the customization as much, which makes it easier for upgrades. But then, it's like pros and cons. If you really want something to be customized, you want to go with their SH or with their local hosted. But if you want simplicity and you plan to use it out of box, you go to online. We have basically done a combo where we are using the hosted edition, which we're hosting with them on SH. However, we have tried to use the KISS method when it comes to customizations. Don't just go say, 'cause I can, let's do. That doesn't make sense unless you're the developer and that is your job security, in which case they may try to talk you into a lot of that. We prefer the KISS method because that's less stuff you have to upgrade later, and a lot of the stuff you need can be done with configuration anyway, okay? So that's enough about that subject. What I wanted to talk to you about today is the homepage, and let me see if I can get this up really quick, okay? So here's our homepage. This is from our edition. We do not have all the applications turned on. There's way too many. But when I talk about ERP, you can kind of see where this comes from. If you wanted to move your Slack here, you could, okay? Obviously, these work differently than some programs that you may be using now. So you need to make sure that you go through methodical, what do I have to have? What would be nice to have? And look through this and do what we call a discovery. Make sure it works the way you want, because it seems like wasted money. But what you're doing is you're saving yourself pain down the road, okay? But this is your home screen, and it reminds me a lot of my iPhone, and I love the way that it's set out this way because it's easy for me to click on and use. And then like all the things that I have access to are going to show up here. If I was an end user, say, and I wasn't an administrator or anything, I wouldn't see settings, okay? I may see, if I work in a warehouse, I'll see the barcoding app, okay? If I work in marketing, I might see the marketing app or the surveys app, but I may not see the accounting app. You get what I'm saying? It's really nice because you can decide what each person has access to. And whereas with other programs, you might have to map things between programs and use heavy integrations to get there, this is technically one program. So I'll give you an example. We enter time. Well, when we enter time in our old system, you have to do an integration to get everything talk to each other to get it on an invoice. Well, in here, it feeds right over. You don't have to worry about mapping errors. You don't have to worry about integration errors, things like that. So there's a lot of upside, okay? If you have a website, you can move that here. Again, if you're like a zero user where it's just, I'm a one-person shop, I have a small store, I like Xero to handle my expenses, but I don't have a lot of transactions, this might be overkill for you, okay? If you are about where we are, between 4 and 6 million in revenue or above, like they have massive companies running this software, and you need something scalable, you really should take a look at the cost of ownership because this really hits a sweet spot, okay? So you have a help desk app, you have like Discuss and Calendar and several other applications, all of which myself or our wonderful Leah are going to cover, and other people on our team. I'm going to try to take this in bite-sized chunks. But one of the very first questions, I thought, hey, I can handle that because this is the other thing. I'm learning too, right? I come from a history of using other legacy software. I've used Intact, I've used QuickBooks, I've used Xero. This is brand new to me. So you're visiting me about 6 months into my own journey. So I'm learning too. But one question a lot of people would have is, hey, I have a particular order I want to see my modules in. Can I make that happen? Yes, you can. So let me show you really easily. It's just like your iPhone. Drag and drop. Okay, so we want to left click, drag and drop it, and then we just move it where we need to be. That being said, I meant for this to be a 5-minute video, and we're approaching 10. So I'm going to do our lovely Megan a favor and cut it and shut it down at this point. Please, if you like this kind of content, the kind we have on the Certum Solutions channel, like our channel. If you like this kind of video where Leah or myself or someone else is talking about particular functions or particular software, please go ahead and like the video. That's your way of voting, okay? And I am so excited to go on this new journey with everybody. This is going to be the, I guess, second in a series of videos about the Odoo system. Please join me again. I'm going to try to get back to my Friday plan where I try to do one every Friday. Let's see if it happens. But in the meantime, if you have questions about Odoo, you have questions about ERP, you have questions about accounting or accounting software, or just business software in general, let us know. We are professional problem solvers and we've got you covered. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.